You heard just there Paul Whelan speaking to my colleague Jennifer Hansler from the State Department, saying that he knows that his case has been considered a higher level, is kind of how he put it, or considered differently, separately than others like Brittney's. Biden spoke to that today as well, saying that his case is treated differently than Brittney's for totally illegitimate reasons. What are those reasons?
Well, I don't want to get into too much detail here with you, Kate, but it has to do with the nature of the sham charges against him, which were based on espionage, and that's the hook that the Russians seem to have in him, and we're just not able to deal with him the same way we were able to deal with Mr. Reed, or in this case, Ms. Griner.
Now I know why Professor Truth refers to it as the white media instead of just the media. Because as he explains, any media's job is to promote a certain value system. And we see this on display, not just in this story, but we've seen it with every story that the media promotes, whether it's CNN or Fox News. They're two sides of the same coin. Notice that this Kirby guy doesn't go into details about the Paul Whelan case and why he's still behind bars in Russia. Well, the fact is, and CNN and Kirby knows this, the fact is Paul Whelan is an American spy. They're not going to reveal how Paul Whelan back in 2018 arrived in Russia with $80,000 in U.S. cash, and how Paul Whelan bragged to his friends that he knew and had contacts with Russian special agents. They're not going to reveal that. I saw that in more than one article earlier today after I posted my video about Brittney Griner being released and being on that plane headed back home. I started seeing stories popping up how right-wingers were dismayed that Paul Whelan was not included in the prisoner swap. They claim that since he's a former Marine, that he is some hero who should have been included. What the government is not admitting to the U.S. people is that Paul Whelan was a willing operative and American spy. Now, spies know the risks. Whelan should be happy he's still alive. How many spies do you suppose are captured, tortured, and never heard from again? Our government will never reveal that number. Have you ever been to CIA headquarters in Langley? On the wall are stars for every spy who is either missing or dead. Now, the reason they use stars instead of the names is to protect the anonymity of not just the spy, but the family members of the spy. Now, these far right-wing rednecks are making hay over this because the liberal media as well as the conservative media are not telling the American people the truth. And people like this John Kirby, oh, well, he is all too pleased with the way the media is handling this Paul Whelan story. So don't be fooled. Don't deceive yourself. Educate yourself. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, and share on your social media. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.